things like an organization or even just watched a movie and realized that the person with the shiniest title, they're almost never the one who actually holds the keys to the kingdom.
Exactly. Or, the person who actually keeps the lights on.
Right. And critically, who knows where all the bodies are buried?
That whole paradox is really at the heart of our deep dive today. I mean, hierarchy is everywhere, but competence, it rarely lines up neatly with official rank. We're looking at that clash between status and, well, genuine expertise.
So our mission today is kind of twofold. First, we're digging into what our sources call the almighty janitor trope. These are the super competent, often unsung heroes in fiction and real life too.
And then we pivot.
And it's a sharp pivot. We're going to look at how the modern digital age has completely flipped this on its head, creating these sometimes toxic hierarchies built only on visibility and influence, with almost no regard for actual skill.
It's a journey from the basement to the influencer suite, really. And to get started, you just have to look at the dissonance this trope creates. I mean, take Dilbert's garbage man.
Oh yeah, he's literally called the world's smartest garbage man.
And maybe the world's smartest man, period.
He's a gadgeteer genius. He's not just collecting trash. He's building, perpetual motion machines. And didn't he bring Dilbert back from the dead in one strip?
He did. And when Scott Adams, the creator, was asked about it, he said something fascinating. He said, if you can't understand why the world's smartest man would choose to be a garbage man, it's because you aren't the world's smartest man.
Wow. Okay. That really forces you to check your assumptions about status.
It does. And you see the same thing in the comic Tribes. The janitor at the elementary school is clearly smarter, more insightful, and frankly, happier than the entire staff.
And he's a successful songwriter, right? He has royalties.
Exactly. So he's not there because he needs the money. He's there because he prefers the quiet control that job gives him.
So the premise is clear. The most effective person is often in the lowest ranking job. Let's get into the sources. Why is the janitor or the service worker such a perfect vehicle for this idea of hidden power?
Well, symbolically, the janitor holds the ultimate institutional knowledge. They see the entire building, the whole system from the ground up. Management, meanwhile, is on the 20th floor looking at PowerPoint slides.
That's played out almost literally in the game Subnautica. Your character survives this crash, and his official title was Chief of Non-Essential System Maintenance.
Very fancy way of saying toilet.
Glorified toilet cleaner, yeah. But by the end of the game, this non-essential guy has cured a planet-wide plague and saved every living thing on that planet. The non-essential person was the essential savior.
What's so interesting is how that low status gives them access. It lets them into spaces other people just ignore. Take Audie from the game Control.
The Finnish janitor.
Right, the mysterious Finnish janitor who just appeared one day at the Federal Bureau of Control. Nobody remembers hiring him.
Yet he knows everything. The secret layouts, the restricted areas. He knows the building's flaws better than the director and her entire staff.
And the sources point out this incredible detail. The Finnish word for janitor. It literally translates to man of the house.
Whoa. So it elevates his role from just cleaning to being the true guardian of the place.
So is the almighty janitor just a metaphor for, irreplaceable infrastructure?
Yeah.
The person who solves problems not with authority, but with just indispensable knowledge.
I think that's exactly the synthesis. It's about skill versus rank. The system values the administrator, but the real skill is often decentralized and, completely undervalued.
Absolutely. Think about Zatoichi, the blind masseur. His title, Zato, was the lowest possible rank in the guild for blind people in feudal Japan.
And yet he's an invincible swordsman.
It's almost comical how much his skill outstrips his social standing.
Or, in the digital world Mega Man, Rock was designed to be a housekeeper, a low-status utility robot.
Dr. Wily completely ignored him.
And then Rock becomes Mega Man, the super prototype, and he consistently beats all these newer, higher-spec combat robots. They all make the classic mistake of underestimating the guy who cleans the floor.
Which brings us to a really crucial question. Why do these people stay at the bottom? It seems like it's often a deliberate, tactical choice.
They're rejecting the admin that comes with a promotion.
Exactly. Look at Wedge Antilles from Star Wars. He turned down promotions to general for years.
He didn't want a desk job.
He wanted to stay in his X-Wing. He only took the rank when he realized his subordinates were holding themselves back just to stay under his command.
It's about staying effective. I'm thinking of Cyrus from the game Dawn of War 2. He could easily be a captain, but he stays a scout sergeant.
Why? So he can train new recruits his own way. With his unorthodox but highly successful tactics that all the higher-ups hate, the rank would have stopped him from doing the job that actually needed doing.
So rejecting status is sometimes the ultimate form of control. You're refusing to trade effectiveness for visibility. But I have to ask, is that just a different kind of ego? A refusal to take on the responsibility that comes with influence?
That's a great question. And it could be. But in our sources, it almost always seems tied to maintaining excellence. They know the job that needs doing isn't the one that gets you a medal.
And this whole thing, it's not just fiction, it is absolutely, as the sources say, truth in television.
Yeah, if you look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the data is just staggering. Over 5,000 janitors in the U.S. have PhDs or other doctorates.
That's incredible. That gap between a job title and what's actually in someone's head is a real thing.
And think about where the real power is in any big company. Who schedules the meetings? Who controls the information?
The secretaries, the administrative staff, they hold all the power. One source said, you anger them at your own peril, they're the gatekeepers.
It's the exact same in medicine. We're told over and over that nurses, quote, run everything. Angering them is the epitaph of many a failed doctor.
Because they have the day-to-day operational knowledge. It's totally separate from the formal authorities.
And this hidden skill often comes with this deep humility. I mean, this story of Bill Crawford.
Oh, the janitor at the U.S. Air Force Academy. Just an incredible story.
For years, he was just a janitor. Then a cadet sees his name in a book about World War II. And it turns out, Bill Crawford was a Medal of Honor recipient.
He'd single-handedly taken out 3 German machine gun nests, and he just kept it private for decades.
When they asked him about it, he just said, that was one day in my life, and it happened a long time ago. He chose his quiet, effective life over the massive status of being a war hero.
In that story, that choice to reject visibility, it brings us to this really jarring shift in our culture. The modern digital world runs on the exact opposite principle.
Completely. Here, visible rank follower counts, verification badges, that's everything. Competence is optional.
It's the elevation of status over actual contribution. And the data shows that high levels of celebrity worship are now strongly linked to problematic internet use, to maladaptive daydreaming,
And a desperate desire for fame. Critically, the sources say females are at a higher risk of becoming obsessed.
And we're not talking about a niche group. 95% of teens use at least one social media platform. Their research is scary. Spend more than 3 hours a day on there, and you're way more likely to report lower life satisfaction, more anxiety, more depression.
Because the whole system is built on a dopamine loop. It's a reward mechanism. Studies now show that something like 24.4% of adolescents meet the criteria for social media addiction. The system rewards being seen, not being done.
And the mental health fallout is so immediate and visual, especially with body image. We now have Snapchat dysmorphia. People are getting cosmetic surgery to look like they're filtered selfies.
And it's getting worse. AI-enhanced images are raising patient expectations so high that real-world surgery is a disappointment. It fails to meet this unrealistic beauty standard set by an algorithm, and it causes real mental distress.
We're even seeing it trickle down to kids. The Sephora Kids trend. You have young girls mimicking these elaborate adult skincare routines.
Using harsh ingredients like retinol that are terrible for their skin.
Right, and they often skip sunscreen. It's a status game built on buying things and performing, not on actual health.
It's all about keeping up that visible standard, even if the reality is harmful. And this need for status creates chaos, especially at places like live music events. The industry already has funflation. The average ticket in 2024 was, $135?
And that's average. We're seeing nosebleed seats for $600, pit tickets for $2,000.
And this high cost is tied to a really strict social hierarchy. A festival like Coachella has basically become the influencer Olympics. Your follower count determines your access.
And the experience itself is less important than documenting the experience. Look at the Revolve Festival disaster. It was this super exclusive, invite-only event.
And it was chaos. Reports of influencers rushing buses, jumping gates because the VIPs got priority.
But here's the key thing. The most revealing part was that many influencers felt they had to lie about how bad it was. They posted positive things to avoid getting blacklisted by the brand.
They had to make the miserable reality palatable to protect their status.
That need to maintain the facade, to make it palatable, it just bleeds into this profound entitlement. And that's when things get dangerous.
You see it in the concert pit. Lord Dobby having to shush her own audience, Kid Cudi and Harry Styles walking on stage.
Bebe Rexha needing stitches because of fan threw a phone at her head, trying to get some kind of status-driven content.
And when this hunt for viral status meets the real world, the results can be deadly. The influence of these trends just completely outweighs common sense.
I mean, these TikTok challenges.
The blackout challenge, which is just encouraging kids to choke themselves till they pass out. It's been linked to the deaths of several children, kids 12 and under. 3 minutes without oxygen can be fatal.
Then there was the Neato microwaving challenge. It caused a young boy to get third-degree chemical burns, months of recovery, surgery, all from an exploding gel ball.
And it's not just self-harm. The Kia challenge turned felony auto theft into viral content. In Milwaukee, Kias and Hyundais made up 66% of all stolen cars because of a trend that used USB cables.
So let's bring this all back. We started this deep dive celebrating the almighty janitor, the unsung expert like Bill Crawford, who deliberately rejected rank because competence was more important than visibility.
Yeah, that historical character, the janitor, he stood for authentic, necessary skill. But our culture has shifted so violently, we've gone from that to worshiping hyper-visible, often completely manufactured status.
The influencer's performance is now more important than the expert's contribution. And it's leading to anxiety and real danger, all because we confuse popularity with actual value.
The ultimate question that comes out of all this is, are we as a culture just settling for the palatable, the shiny, filtered, viral thing, instead of the authentic, necessary truth?
Are we optimizing for the lie that looks good on camera while we ignore the complex reality being managed by the person in the low-status job?
You know, remember the janitor who had the keys to all the doors? That person knew the system, flaws and all. If the solutions to our biggest problems are often held by the lowest-ranked person, the essential worker, the hidden expert, what critical truth is hiding in plain sight right now in your own life? And why are we all so afraid to look away from the highly ranked, highly visible distractions?